Here on the bottom, and we're going to begin with Chris in the open guard. Okay, we're going to go into the setup from closed guard and kind of get a little bit of a jump and initiative with it from closed guard. We're going to go over the very fundamentals of this setup from the open guard first. So Chris is here. The way I need to set this up, if I allow Chris to control this inside space, the space between my arms and my body, he's probably going to win. If I can control the space between his arms and his body, I'm most likely to win. So if I come into this pass and I'm kind of here, this is a lot more of his scramble than it is mine. I mean, man, he's halfway on a single leg, he's halfway to my back, he's halfway to a whole bunch of good places for him. I don't have that much control when he occupies this inside space here. Anytime these open guard scenarios, generally speaking, if we're here and now I come in, boom, and I occupy the inside space on him, generally that's me winning. If we clash again, boom, and Chris has the underhooks, generally now this is him winning. This is a good general rule to bear in mind. That's why I always make the analogy of coming down like an airplane. I've got to control that inside space. Just a little slip out of the Chris, I got to fit myself in there, otherwise it's going to be on my back before I know it. So as I make my step forward with this right leg of mine, I'm reaching underneath that far arm, and I'm going to tag this knee. I'm making sure I don't land in closed guard. So here's my initial setup. I'm here, I make my step, and I'm in. So I'm lancing him with this right arm over top of his wrist. This hand is tagging the knee, and I want to step my foot so that my shin is tight to his thigh. Okay, I don't want to step here. I want to already be making contact with that leg. So I'm outside his range a little bit. The benefit for me here is I have mobility, and I come in. This is my initial position. This leg is posted far out. Now, as I drive this knee to the mat and I shove his knee through, I want my pressure in my head. I want my head to actually dip to the opposite side. Now, as my knee cuts through, I'm here. Where the stretch is coming from this leg is still on his leg, and I can get control of his arm, or if his arm's under my arm, I get control over here, and it's this stretch. So I'm using my head to pry his head away. The more he can ball up and face me, the better for him. The more I can extend and stretch him and smear him, the better for me. At which point, kick through, square up, hips lower than my head, set. So really focusing on how I'm engaging in this technique from the open guard first. We're going to refine these fundamentals. I step in, tag the knee, as I come in. Now, again, my shin needs to be close enough to his thigh already. I drop, and now as this drops, my hip weight needs to go into him, and my right shoulder needs to go into him too. Bam! My head drops on this side, not on the far side. Stretching him, prying at this elbow, cut the knee through, up, 2, 7. All right.